Welcome, and let this peaceful story carry you gently into sleep. Here is Muck, and Journey to Peace. This story is about a girl named Iris and a goldfish named Muck who embark on a magical journey to find inner peace and spread harmony within their village. In a quaint little village nestled between emerald hills, lived a kind-hearted girl named Iris. She had chestnut hair that shimmered in the sun and eyes as blue as the summer sky. One day, as she strolled by the tranquil river, she noticed a goldfish in distress. The goldfish, named Muck, was swimming weakly near the shore. Iris gently scooped Muck up and placed him in a jar of fresh water, where Muck's golden scales sparkled as if thanking her. As days passed, Iris took great care of Muck. She would feed him tiny crumbs and talk to him about her day. In turn, would swim energetically and create lovely patterns in the water. They formed an inseparable bond, and Muck began to understand Iris's words. One evening, as the sun set, and the village glowed in shades of gold and pink, Iris and Muck were sitting by the river. Iris sighed, saying that sometimes the world felt so noisy and chaotic. Muck gazed at her and created a peaceful swirl in the water. Suddenly, a gentle mist enveloped them, and they found themselves in a serene meadow. The grass was soft and green, the sky a perfect blue with fluffy white clouds. Flowers of every color bloomed, and the air smelled of joy and hope. In this magical place, they met a wise old turtle named Sage. Sage spoke of the essence of peace, teaching them that peace starts from within one's heart. Iris and Muck listened intently, realizing the power of tranquility and harmony. They spent the night in the meadow, surrounded by the songs of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves. As morning broke, they returned to their village, bringing with them a newfound calm. Iris shared her experience with her family and friends, encouraging them to seek peace within themselves. The village slowly transformed. Neighbors helped each other more, the laughter of children filled the air, and the river sparkled with renewed life. Muck's bowl, placed by the window, became a symbol of peace for everyone who passed by. From that day on, Iris and Muck's bond grew stronger, and they spread the message of peace wherever they went. They learned that peace was not just an absence of noise, but a presence of harmony and love. Together, they showed that with kindness and understanding, a peaceful heart could change the world. From then, Iris and Muck lived happily, their days filled with joyful encounters and peaceful moments. They became ambassadors of peace, reminding everyone that sometimes all it takes is a heart willing to listen, and a soul ready to embrace serenity. Let's explore a new tale, soft and warm. Pitria and Sakura, a heartwarming tale of the forest. This story is about Pitria, a curious girl who explores an ancient forest and forms a deep connection with its guardian, Sakura. Pitria, a curious young girl with a heart full of wonder, lived near the edge of a vast ancient forest. Every day, she would explore the woods, discovering new paths and marveling at the towering trees. One day, as the golden sun kissed the treetops, Pitria met Sakura, a gentle and wise loving guardian who watched over the forest. Sakura's presence was serene, her aura glowing with a soft light that made the whole forest seem alive. "Hello, little one," Sakura greeted, with a voice as soothing as a lullaby. Pitria, no surprised, felt no fear. "Hello," she replied, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Who are you?" "I am Sakura, the guardian of this forest," the gentle spirit replied. "I have watched over these trees and creatures for centuries." Pitria's curiosity grew. "Can you show me the secrets of the forest?" she asked eagerly. With a warm smile, Sakura nodded. They walked together through the dappled sunlight, Sakura pointing out the hidden wonders of the woods. "Look closer," she whispered, "and you will see the magic all around you." Katria marveled at the vibrant moss that glowed with an inner light, the flowers that seemed to dance with the slightest breeze, and the symphony of whispering leaves and chirping birds. As they ventured deeper, Sakura told Katria stories of the ancient forest, of times when the trees were young and the world was different. "This land is a living memory," she said. "Every tree, every rock, and every stream holds a piece of the past." Katria listened intently, feeling a deep connection to the forest she had always loved. The sun dipped lower in the sky, casting long shadows and turning the forest to deep, rich green. "It's time for you to return home," Sakura said softly. Katria felt a pang of sadness, but Sakura assured her, "You are always welcome here. The forest will remember you, and it will always be here to greet you." With a grateful heart, Katria bid farewell to Sephora, promising to return. As she walked home, the forest seemed more vibrant, more alive than ever before. She now knew that it held centuries of wisdom and magic, all waiting to be discovered. That night, Katria dreamed of the forest, her heart filled with the warmth of Sakura's gentle guidance and the promise of many more adventures to come. Now, let's continue with another soft tale. Heather and Dan, the Tale of Heritage. The story is about Heather, who, with the guidance of a snake named Dan, discovers and honors her family's heritage. Heather had always been fascinated by the stories her grandmother told her about their family heritage. And one evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Heather ventured into the dense forest behind her ancestral home. She followed the path that her grandmother had described, lined with ancient oak trees and dotted with wildflowers. As she walked, she could feel the presence of her ancestors, whispering secrets of old. Suddenly, a rustling sound caught her attention. Turning towards the noise, she found herself face to face with a majestic snake with iridescent scales. The snake's name was Dan, as he soon introduced himself to Heather. "I have been waiting for you," Dan said, his voice soft yet commanding. Heather was initially startled, but felt an inexplicable sense of trust towards the snake. "Your grandmother and I were old friends. She often spoke of you and your curiosity about our heritage," Dan continued. Heather's eyes widened with awe. "Can you tell me more about our family's past?" she asked eagerly. Dan nodded. "Come with me," he said, slithering through the underbrush. Heather followed closely, her heart racing with anticipation. He arrived at a hidden glade, bathed in the soft glow of the moon. In the center of the glade stood an ancient stone altar, covered in moss and vines. "This altar has stood here for centuries," Dan explained. "It is a symbol of your family's enduring legacy." Heather ran her fingers over the cool stone, feeling a deep connection to her ancestors. Dan began to recount tales of bravery and wisdom, of her forebears who had lived in harmony with nature and the magical creatures of the forest. Heather listened intently, absorbing each word. As the night wore on, she felt a profound sense of belonging. "You are not just a part of your family's history. You are its teacher," Dan said softly. Heather understood. She realized that preserving her heritage was not just about knowing the past, but also about living in harmony with the natural world around her. As dawn approached, Heather and Dan agreed to meet again. "There is still much to learn," Dan said with a reassuring smile. Heather returned home, her heart filled with a newfound purpose. She knew that she had a role to play in continuing her family's legacy. And so with Dan's guidance, Heather embarked on a journey of discovery and connection, honoring her heritage with every step she took. Let's wander further with our next story. Atilia and Akhalifa, a tale of companionship. This story is about the unbreakable bond of friendship between a young girl named Atilia and a wise spider named Akhalifa. Atilia was a young girl with a heart full of curiosity and kindness. She had moved to a charming countryside cottage with her family, surrounded by lush gardens and whispering trees. One morning as she explored the garden, she stumbled upon an intricately woven spider web sparkling with dew. In the center of the web sat Akhalifa, a wise and gentle spider with silver threads glistening in the sunlight. Atilia felt a sense of wonder and called out to Akhalifa, "Hello, beautiful spider. What are you doing here?" Akhalifa, sensing the girl's genuine warmth, responded, "I am here to weave and watch over the garden." With a sparkle in her eyes, Atilia asked if she could be friends with the spider. Surprised but pleased, Akhalifa agreed. From that day on, Atilia and Akhalifa shared many moments together. They would greet the morning sun, watch the flowers bloom, and listen to the melodies of the birds. Atilia would sit beside the web, telling Akhalifa stories of the world beyond the garden, while Akhalifa would weave intricate patterns, each thread telling a tale of its own. They found comfort in each other's company, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. One evening, a fierce storm rolled through the countryside. Atilia watched in horror as the wind threatened to tear apart Akhalifa's delicate web. Without hesitation, she ran into the garden, shielding the web with her hands. The storm raged on, but Achilles' determination did not waver. When the storm finally passed, Achilles' web was intact, and the spider was safe. Tears of gratitude welled up in the spider's eyes as she spoke. "Thank you for saving my home, dear Achilles." Achilles smiled and said, "We are friends, and friends take care of each other." From that day, their companionship became an unbreakable bond. They continued to share their days in the garden, a sanctuary of love and friendship. As the seasons changed, they learned more about each other and the world around them. Spring's blossoms, summer's warmth, autumn's colors, and winter's quiet beat all deepened their connection. Atilia grew older, but her heart remained young with the love she shared with Akhalifa. The spider, now an elder in the garden, wove a web that was a masterpiece of their shared memories. The garden, once just a place of beauty, became a symbol of their unending companionship. Atilia and Akhalifa's story is a reminder that true friendship knows no bounds. It is a bond that weaves hearts together, creating a tapestry of love, trust, and unwavering support. Let tonight's calmness carry you through the night,